Yo, sorry for the delay, guys. I'm working through some technology. Hope everyone's having an eventful afternoon. Getting a good evening lined up for everyone. We're gonna listen to some music and then we'll get into the topics. Let's get it.
I know why they want me quiet now. Homie, this is it. I ain't got time for the crying now. When I'm hitting the sun, I don't wanna hear shit. It's real, I'm hitting this quite loud. So I cannot hear you, I did not come to vent. Can't turn me down, sound conditioning. I don't need the outside seeping in. Squares out my circle, been getting in shape. Don't allow on my vision, I can tell by your angles. Don't care about the person I was yesterday. Open up my leg, I hit what all types of changes. They opposite what got put in my plate. Homie, I see on, he provided me layers. Tell me away from society's sake. Maybe I should be less abrasive. Listen to more, my people be saying when they tell me that the word needs me, but I don't really believe all that because they don't even wanna feed me. I tried to make a difference in a derelict ass town, but you all leeches. I done been through more mud, blood, less fun, bitch, I'm still cleaner. How the fuck you let the underdog come up from the dirt like a gopher? You got the money, I got the audience, at least your big wig ass knows what up. I made it over the other side. You won't catch me a stalemate, that's checkmate. I got the unlock like a jailbreak, yeah. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, wait. Guess it's my turn, bitch, checkmate. I ain't got no more love for your petty hate. Light a cigar, bitch, and let's celebrate. Pour, 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 wait. I like it sticky like syrup. My bitch, I drink it champagne. Bitch, I'm ahead of my time. Any little bitch is too late. Matter of fact, you and me ain't even worth the hook. All that I love is real fam and cake. You ain't filling my pockets with all that fake shit. I think I'ma buy my mama a spaceship. Put a llama in the glove compartment. I'ma be in the trunk on my K-switch. My mama, she told me to pipe down. Well, I'm sorry, mama, but the ass for this was a no name. About to walk a mile like a double entendre asterisk. Got a bullet the feature like right now. You know what they say if you ask for it. Universal in the profile. You ain't got a hitter in your city, bitch. Keep on putting Sony in the post now. When I ask them, they ain't heard this shit. Lately, I've been taking vacation, fucking you pussies, no diddy. Tell you getting fast, hard to smoke a pound of little bitches, I'm with it. 864296446GWD50. Lately, I feel like I'm punching down, that's the way it is when you fighting a midget. Putting money on your wife, bitch, cause I gotta live from your own titty. I don't fuck with subliminals on me, I ain't good with the sneak dissing. I'ma bring it to your motherfucking front door, yeah, that's delivery.
As we actually start to get some viewers in here, I just want to apologize again for the delay. We're having boomer brain technical issues. Meant to go up at 6:30, but here we are. Peep the quality though. God bless everyone. I hope we're having a good evening.
What men don't know they fear. What women don't know they love. Now presenting World Domination.
Skin burning, what you wanna know? Stick beside me, blue lights out the window. The tables turning now, who got the foe? Bullets in me, point me to the door. Knew just what I wanted when I was 4. 8Ks, fast cars, and a microphone. Either way, sure, I know how it go. Then we hit the dog, gas in the tank. Yeah, we call that blow money. This that powder from a bone. Get it on your own money. Got it from the bank, so we call it grown money. Out the dirt with the rate. It's some grown money. I've been rising through the ranks and I ain't even trying nothing. Keep on telling me to show more. I ain't hiding shit. I've been taking spit to the face by these two-faced cocky brick blood smelling. Wanna be a plug nation bitches. I do this shit for food or for riches. Either you're gonna get in line or you make them fools stay in attention. Money moves murder, that is the business. I keep 7 deals and they all I see you dancing while I got this dragon spitting the flame. Little bitch from Russia and she got a clip longer than the name. I find dame gonna push her, but don't get it, it's strange. A liquid tongue I name. I keep my hand up a dress. She keep her leg around me. Banana clip turn your gorillas to a chimp, not an 8. Check the numbers, you chump. Look like you just discovered thumbs, counting the immaculate one. If we all living in the jungle, guess your ass is a stump. Like the top fell off, the game too soft. I'm up in the gut, smack go raw, Kalishnikov. How the fuck do you want? If the top involved, I get the call. That's the end of discussion. If you want that work, I got that work. Come see me at the summit.
What men don't know they fear. What women don't know they love. It ain't no mystery. What planets slowly appear. What stars fall from above.
Ain't nothing new, it's just life now. Ain't going back what I used to do, just right now. Anytime I put the smoke up, they pipe down. All I ever got was no love, but they like me now. Ain't nothing new, it's just life now. Ain't going back what I used to do, just right now. Anytime I put the smoke up, they pipe down. All my people keep their ears up and their toes. Who gon' do what I do for you? Who gon' step when it's time to shoot? Who won't stop when the mirror turn blue? Who lift the ceiling when I step in the room? Who can count to 10 before I come through? Who the fuck else got something to prove? Bible under belt, next to Mac 11. When they find your body, they all gonna say who? I ain't have a choice, so my feelings fall through. Page 11, have face in the news, singing to Miss America now, break down rules of the streets and the mirror, then I don't know fools. If you ain't got stripes, then you ain't shit. On other venue, ask when I walk in. If I want a cold brew or a nice cold gin, only on alcohol, I wanna flex big. Who you know that make these sounds sound better? Who you know make heads turn like Mayweather? Who you know keep an AK and an umbrella? When you make it rain, they gon' wanna make it rain at you. Stay active, X rounds in my package. I get that shit shipped from Africa. If you get lit up, then they can't tag me, bitch. I'm already in Canada, sending in questions.
Good evening, everyone.
I don't have time for a FaceTime appearances, bitch. You put all your cameras up.
Every so often, I'm gonna pause this intro. I'm gonna be hosting an open panel tonight. Actually, fuck it, hold on. Let's do it like this. Not that one. Well, look at that up. Fucked it up. That's what we wanted. Hope everyone's doing alright. We're going to be hosting an open panel. There is a link in the description. If you want to come up and talk some smack. Or if you disagree with anything that you've ever heard on this channel, why don't you just come up and air your grievances? Because lately we got a lot of... Yeah, I'll just put it this way. Lately... Well, I know what I deal with. Yeah, like, you know what? I'm just gonna end this. We don't need that. Lately, it's been a lot of naysayers, a lot of people that have something to say about whether it be my methods or the methods of the hosts that we have on StarMan Filmz Global. And I'd honestly like to hear what you had to say. I don't know why everything is going so loud right now. Goodness gracious. Anyway, a lot of people seem to have grievances with how I do things, with how we do things. So if you have grievances with me or with any of the shows, I want you to bring those up. Because Well, I just want to hear them. So check the description. There's a link down there. Come up. Right here. So you can see right here. I'm waiting for you. Just show you. See? We're waiting for you. So come give us your grievances. I'd love to hear them. Because I know I've been getting a lot of them told to me personally. So I was just wondering if anybody was willing to put their money where their mouth is. Also, if you just want to debate on something, come through. If I disagree with you, I'll debate you on it. I see a couple people were watching. As soon as I mentioned air your grievances, there's a link in the description. Lost a couple viewers. Imagine that. Because I'm just going to start naming names. Everybody wants a clout show until the clout show goes live. And I ain't never had a clout show before, but people know I'm the clout dude. If you got a problem, I'll instigate it. Let's get to the source of your issue, whether it be with me, or whether it be one of my ideas concerning sexual dynamics or politics. Even when I stand up for myself against people who would like to see myself harmed or worse for my ideas, when I stand up for myself, I am then stricken for standing up for myself. And the exact person that did that gave a mighty fine excuse as to why they couldn't be on today. So I guess I'm just going to tell them what it is. Also, we're going to do a review of a show I was on this channel. We're going to watch a specific portion of that show where I called someone out for sounding stupid, and they got so angry about my call out that they threatened me with physical violence. So we're going to be going over that too. I'm not giving anything away yet, so we get there. I'll just give you a hint. If any of y'all watch the Winners podcast, and if any of you guys saw the second to last episode that we did, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like I said, everybody wants clout until clout finds them. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I gotta defend myself. Yeah, well, defend yourself against me defending myself, I guess. You cry out as I strike back. So we're going to be discussing one of the guests on that show and a little conversation I had with him. We're going to actually go ahead and start loading that up. Because I have been stricken for standing up for myself in this episode. So we're just gonna see what exactly I'm talking about in a bit. We're not gonna get there yet. Not quite yet. Hold on, I gotta mute my computer so I can make sure I'm actually finding it. Uh-oh. Hopefully you guys can still see me, because right now YouTube might be taking a hit. Or at the very least my YouTube.
No people are racist anyway.
Oh, don't want y'all hearing that either. Yeah.
They were racist anyway.
Okay. Is there a reason why I'm not able to get this to come through my actual fucking interface? Oh, that's crazy. Well, I guess you guys are just gonna hear this for a while. Because currently I can't stop it. So, on October 2nd, 2025, which was my 29th birthday, by the way. I know you guys see my face. You're like, there's no way you're 29. It's true. I have a young face. I know. Fuck. But, October 2nd, 2025, the Winners Podcast hosted myself and another man who goes by the name, we're just, we're actually just gonna, I want to know how come I cannot get, oh, hold on. Here we go. Let's see if this works. So, this is the
police for.
no, y'all still don't hear that.
And being an ex-cop.
Oh, okay, y'all hear that. Okay, well, I don't know if you guys remember this, but this guy right here in the bottom middle, his name is Gravedigger. He's a stand-up comedian. He's a really funny guy when he wants to be. Really funny. Oh, hold on, let me get rid of this microphone visual. But yeah, this guy right here, he's really funny when he wants to be. Like, really funny. Like, he told a joke at the end of this, maybe it was this episode, maybe it was another one. But, he even told a joke at the end of this episode, or one of them, and it was really funny. Questionable, but funny. Now, what Gravedigger is he's a character, but he's a progressive. But not only is he a progressive, but he's not willing to admit it. He's also a bit cold on the feet. See, Mr. Gravedigger doesn't know what it means to have people oppose your ideas, because he is such the renowned comedian. He's used to people just laughing and nodding along. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Whatever you say, big man, whatever you say. That's what he's used to. He's used to people literally just letting him walk all over them in the name of, comedy. Whether he's a roaster, whatever he actually does. I don't know. I haven't actually, I don't know. I've never been to one of his shows, but as you can see, he's been to one of mine. So I don't know much about the guy. But he came onto a show, didn't do much research about the show that he was coming on to or the people on the show. Very, very, very stupid, Mr. Gravedigger, by the way. Very, very dumb. And of course, this being a show where people. Oh no, not the yes man. Yeah, AJ. Yeah, I see you. Yeah, he's got yes man fever. Anyway, well, fuck it. You know what? I'm talking enough. We're just gonna see what made this dude so pissy in his britches, and actually threaten physical violence. And he threatened physical violence because I actually, you'll hear. I asked him if he was willing to put his money where his mouth is.
Agents getting bombed, defending the ICE agents from getting their vehicles turned over.
That's what we have police for. And being an ex-cop, I already
But
know.
the police are not doing their job, and they
It's not
overmanned.
the police are not doing their job. We don't have enough police. Now,
Right.
They're not able to do their job.
Yeah,
They're not able
what
to
do
do
you
their job.
expect when the police
Bringing
is
in the
repeatedly
National Guard to do
defunded
nothing
and
but
told not to
offend.
go into? Okay, with that being said, before I get into what I was about to say, if there is let's just say a store clerk that is employed at a store, you have officially picked up your groceries and you are heading to the front of the store to have your groceries checked out. Now, technically, there might be a store clerk that is employed by that store, but if that clerk is not in the position that is in their fucking name, like clerk, you would probably walk up and be like, why, how come this place doesn't have a clerk? And until the position is filled, it doesn't have a clerk. Just like we have police that don't do their fucking job. Therefore, we don't have police. Police is not known by the title. It is known by the acts. You don't have to call yourself police. If you police shit, you are police. If you call yourself police and you don't do shit, you're not police. You're just wearing a fucking badge. So you can say, well, technically, we don't have no what Nick up at the top right. He's a wonderful guy. He's about to say technically we don't have police free zones. Well, Nick, What do we call the zones that don't have active police? And I'm about to call that out. And Gravedigger right here is just going to get very, very, very angry. By the way, we got a few people in here now. If any of you guys have any questions or grievances about this clip, bring that shit up. And yes, AJ, yes, police are not policing. People are not known by the label. They're known by their acts. You label things depending on the acts. You don't give something a label and then say, go do it. You give something a label when it does what the label inherently means. The label is nothing. I don't care about labels. That's why I joke around calling myself a conservative. Because it's the closest thing to what it is. I just want to conserve traditional values. But it's just a label. You can look at what I advocate for, and that's what you tie me to. People in Chicago, those police in Chicago, Detroit, right now, Oregon, Portland, fucking LA, wherever all these, we was, no King's Day, even though just last year the argument was we was kings and shit. But this year it's no kings. Which one is it? So wherever we have all of these crazy ass peaceful protests that for some reason also have buildings and shit being burned up, have Teslas being firebombed and shit. Where the police at? Oh, well, technically there are police there. What are they doing? So now labels mean something to you guys? If labels meant anything to these progressive, these lefties, then they would stop calling Trump a king. Because his label is the fucking president. These people are concerned with that, and I don't know Nick Driver's political association, but I know he's a bit confused in that area. No shade to you, Nick. I love you, Nick. You're smart as shit. I enjoy your company. I enjoy your talk. But that's what I meant, is that we don't call something by the label. We call it by the acts. Just like in Christianity, we don't judge someone by what they say. We judge them by their fruits, what they do. No king, the Lion King. Yeah. Yeah. But remember, there's no kings in America. However, we was kings and shit. Y'all remember when that was just the most recent argument? You can't treat us like this. We was kings and shit. Most of y'all don't even still have your family fucking crest. How do you know your history? I have my family crest in the living room. Got a huge documentation of all the shit that my family has done up until the early fucking 1800s. My ancestors were kings, but you don't see me. We were kings and shit. Anyway, back to the fucking video. The specific zones of the country, we have police-free zones, but where we have police-free zones,
I guess. Where we got a police-free zone at?
Are you fucking kidding me?
Portland?
The second week in a row you're gonna do this? The second week in a row you're gonna do this? Just pure ignorance.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Have you ever heard of Detroit, you son of a bitch? Are you serious?
There is no police-free zones nowhere in the country.
Have you been to Detroit?
You gotta give him a pass. He did think the president had a salary of $4 million a year.
Yeah. Also, oh yeah, this goober actually made the claim that the president makes $4 million a year. Now, guaranteed, that's a simple mistake, like just one extra zero. But 400, with that being one extra zero, not only is it an extra zero, you're adding a whole fucking word to what it is. Well, I mean, maybe that's besides the point. Maybe I'm thinking too deeply into it. In fact, I more than likely am. But this dude, just to show you where he's at mentally, he thinks that the president... I bet you he didn't think that the president made that much money before Trump got in there. Suddenly, when one of the richest men in the world is president, now all of a sudden, oh, we need to cut. Hey, he makes $4 million a year. Don't he make enough? Did Obama make enough? Did Biden make enough? So, man, take that ball cap off. Take that ball cap hat off. And
hey, hold on, Sawyer. He's not moving to Panama. He is coming back, so you better watch him out. Hey, he is coming
anybody
back.
can get
All
it.
right,
Yeah,
all right,
yeah,
but,
they
all right.
can.
But listen here,
I'm sick-
listen
I'm
here
sick
though.
of the lies.
But Kelly,
Sawyer.
listen though.
You see that? He said, I like Sawyer. I like Sawyer. Well, let's actually find where he made his first mistake that actually I mean, this is wonderful foreshadowing. Because he actually says that he likes me. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's see how much he likes me. We're going to see exactly how much he likes me. We're going to see how endearing of a person that he is to the people that he claims that he likes. For good reason.
There are some states that don't want the National Guard, right? But the
Right.
cities in that state want them to come because they need help. They don't have enough officers, and they're getting their vehicles demolished. They're getting Molotov cocktails thrown at the officers.
Lord
So the
forbid if you
National
drive a
Guard are
Tesla.
coming in to suppress that. They don't want to fight because there wouldn't be no fight.
And it's not Americans versus Americans. It's Americans versus the illegals and the extremist
And
ideology.
extremists, yes.
Oh, and real quick, AJ, I see if everyone was a king, who was the citizens? Well, that's kind of the joke. To the left, the only citizens that we have, well, is us normies on the right. On the left, the argument fits whatever outfit they're wearing today. It's all an outfit. Their arguments are like outfits. They change them every fucking day. We was kangs and shit. But now the argument is no kangs. Well, if there was no kangs, then how we was all kangs and shit. This shit, it baffles me.
It wouldn't-
That's this goober right here. That's this nutball right here.
That floodgate for 4 years during Biden. There has to be some recoup or some cover to fix all of that. Can't just
okay, let's put it this way.
By the way, shout out to Adam Wilson and Sam Blue, and also Nick and Fitz. Shout out these guys. He said, I thought it was about the fake rapture. Look, man, you can always tell when a rapture is not going to happen is because people are saying this is when it's going to happen. We were told nobody's going to know. So as soon as someone says, this is when it's going to be, it's like, well, I know I have at least one more good night of sleep then.
Molotov cocktail versus the M60A1. That's no fight.
That both. Will Trump be the last president? What? Will Trump be the last president? Shit, hopefully.
They both sound like a pretty bad thing to get hit by,
A
man.
National Guardsman is nothing but an American citizen. That's all they are. They work in drugstores. They work in grocery stores.
Hey, man, we can only hope for the best.
Guardsman, a high-level Boy Scout. That's it. You put a National Guardsman, if you want to, up against me and see what happens.
Oh,
That's
don't do
because
this.
you're not a regular
do this.
citizen, though. You're not a regular citizen, but that National Guardsman had to go to the same basic training I had to go to.
No, he didn't.
Also,
Oh, yes, he
the
did.
National Guardman probably weighs as much as you, but he's half as wide around as you. That was... Boom! But keep in mind, this is a comedian, fellas. Keep in mind, this is a comedian, so he should be used to this. You know, comedy man making here comedy joke. No way comedy man is only comedy man on earth. Let's hear how he reacts. It'll be a good day for you.
But
They'll
he
probably
don't.
have the
The
same weight.
National Guardsman
But
don't have the National Guardsman.
You better hope I don't run into your ass. Now watch what he does next. You'd
The
be the second
National
person to back
Guardsman
down
might
the
not-
street. You'd be
A
the
He might
second.
not have
Guardsman
the.
ain't shit to me.
That's because
The National Guardsman ain't shit to me. I know you guys are seeing the same dude on screen that I'm seeing. I see multiple chins. Back to the video.
You had extensive training, though. Okay, everybody else.
Extensive training.
Okay, first of all, are you gonna go out there and throw a macabre cocktails, or you gonna put a do? You gonna put that 50 on them? Which
You
one?
know what I roll with, so.
All right
you know.
then.
Yeah,
all right
all
then.
right then.
That's
Yeah,
a big
all right
difference, though. If they had to defend against you, it wouldn't be the Guardsmen. Hell no,
Right.
it'd be the Green Beret.
Hey, sorry, I'm not gonna
Besides-
say anything bad about you for dodging being in the military and not being man enough to stand up. But anyway.
You don't know my fucking reasoning, you old fat fuck.
Hey,
Do you want to see me
you
in
don't
person?
even know
I'm
him,
6'2"
so
and
he damn sure ain't
170
fat.
pounds. What's good,
look,
bro?
hey,
I get paid to travel. Where you want to
Hey,
meet?
Sawyer,
Give me a
Sawyer.
city
Where
and
am I
a
at?
gym.
Sawyer,
City and
Where?
gym.
Hold on.
Greenwood, South
Time out.
Carolina.
No,
Give me a city
hold
and a
on.
gym.
Hold on, time out. That man is nowhere near fat. Nowhere near fat. And first of all, calm it down.
Fitz, you don't have to lie for someone who's not even your friend.
Keep that shit to keep that other.
Oh, what's that? Is that someone who can't handle their impulse?
All that other
Fuck out of the way.
fat. And first of all, calm it down. Keep that shit to.
I made an offer. Give me a city and a gym. If he would have kept his fat mouth shut, maybe he would also heard me say, I'll bring my own gloves. Nobody. Nobody, and I repeat, nobody made any threats except for that dude right here. Also, my camera stopped working. Too much friendly fire. Hey, man. It's not real. I mean, hey, if it's blue on blue, shit. I ain't never been shot at, but I damn well shot back. And this type of shit right here, I'm gonna make these insinuations with my fingers of what I do to you. Bro, I offered to box you. I offered to meet at a gym and box. You gonna do what to me? Shit. I ain't never been shot at, but I damn well shot back. And I've certainly shot for much less than this. Certainly. Certainly.
Keep that other, all that other stuff.
You gonna what? You gonna shoot me?
All
You
right,
gonna
no,
shoot me?
no, ain't nobody gonna do that. What's wrong, Sawyer? Go back to
He's
engineering.
doing this. What do you mean? What does this mean? He's allowed to do this, but I can't talk shit.
No. Look. All right, you gonna get us flag, Sawyer. You gonna get us
No,
flag.
I'm not. And even though everyone, I had an echo going. Excuse me. Even though everyone on this panel knows that I know more about the T, I literally co-run this channel. It would be difficult to find someone on this panel that knows the do's and don'ts of this shit more than I do. And that's not me trying to be harsh. That's not me trying to be big-headed. That's just a fact. But if we do want to talk about things that maybe went against TOS, then why don't we discuss physical violent threats? This isn't a shot at Fitz. I love Fitz. That's my fucking uncle. I'd hurt any of you guys for him. Itchy all in fun? Fuck off, man. It is not all in fun. Not you fuck off, but that's not all in fun. If it's all in fun, then box me for fun. I'm from South Carolina, dude. This does not mean I'm just having fun with you. What the fuck does this mean? I'm from a city inside of a state where you can look at someone funny and it's like, what's good? But this is supposed to be all in fun? I know what you're trying to say. I know. I get what you're trying to say. It's all in fun. Because it's for a show. But last time I checked, Gravedigger didn't tell me, hey man, just all in fun. I'm gonna threaten to bang you on a live show. But all in fun though. But keep in mind, before and after this, he says, I like you, Talia. I like you. Yeah, it's probably because I'm gonna respond to your crazy shit with my own crazy shit. Except I'm actually gonna see what's good about it. Alright, I'm better at holding down the rules. Like I said, I'm 6'2", 170 pounds. There's not too many men that I'm afraid of. Anybody here. I have more understanding of TOS than all of you.
So you're getting us off topic. You're getting us totally off topic. All right, for real.
He
for
just
real.
wants a reaction.
Can I
out of me.
put
I'm
you
giving
back?
him what he wants.
All right, now it's another state, Tennessee. I seen it on the news the day before yesterday.
Ain't got nothing to
The
say.
governor don't want the National Guard,
That's
but
right.
all.
It wouldn't be an essay stream. It wouldn't be an essay stream. Look, man, we're 2 for 2 muting ourselves. Let's go over a couple things. Now, of course, I probably, well, most definitely started this. Did I take it to the nature that it got to? No. I made a joke. I made a joke about his robust shape. It was funny. I mean, this is a comedian after all. He should be used to funny shit being said around him. Especially when it's coming from not a self-proclaimed comedian. I am not a comedian. But damn it, am I funnier than this guy. He could have made fun of my my crooked nose. I got a big old fat, I got a Southern European nose. He could have made a joke about my appearance. He could have made a joke about my voice. But no. He wanted to make a poke at me never being in the military. Now, surprise to everyone who doesn't know, I was not in the military. Wow. Can I just get a hand raise from anybody who knows why I haven't? Of course I can't see you. Of course I can't hear you if you're out there listening. Have I ever discussed my reasoning behind not going to the military? Well, I'll tell you what. Here it is. Let's just get rid of something. Let's get rid of that. Around the time when COVID started, I had finally gotten my life in order. I spent my early 20s being a degenerate idiot. I was not interested in serving in the military. Now, is that an excuse for not being in the military? No. Well, sorry, COVID started years ago. Why couldn't you just do it since then? Well, every year since the beginning of COVID, I have lost the closest members in my family. All of them to cancer. Now, myself, and the rest of my family who does not have cancer, we care about our own. We hold a sense of a bit of something called nepotism. See, if you are a part of my family, if you are a part of the people who feed me, if you're a part of the people that employ me, if you are my best friend, I am going to show you favor over anyone else. Are we family? Do you employ me? Are we super duper tight? Then I'm going to show you favor. So when my family started getting cancer, one after another, and at one point, both of my grandparents and my mentally handicapped uncle who lived with them were all down with it. So my mother, being the wonderful saint of a woman that she is, she moved back in with her parents. She is more than 60 years old. Moved in with her parents for the most part. Took care of them. Took care of her older brother. Her mentally handicapped, cancer-stricken older brother. With that being done, her house was completely unattended. Now, once again, let me remind you, I started this off by saying I had just gotten my life together. At this point, I probably could have gone wherever the fuck I wanted to. The military was one of the first things on my mind. Ever since I saw Top Gun, I wanted to fly carrier intercept. I wanted to intercept threats that were approaching carrier fleets, just like they did in Top Gun. I wanted to be in the military. Hell, I even signed up at one point. Oh, imagine that. Why aren't you in the military, Sawyer? Well, taking care of my dying family, and also I did try to sign up. Had some mental issues. Like I said, I was a degenerate. I was a piece of shit just a few years ago. And I showed it in my day-to-day life. And they told me, Sawyer, Mr. Akins, we're afraid that we're not willing to accept you. Out of danger that, out of fear that you may hold some, well, let's just say some homicidal tendencies. I said, yeah, no shit. I'm not applying to be a baker. I do want to hurt people, especially back then. I don't anymore. Well, much less. I don't anymore. But back then I did. So even though my family was going through all that, I still tried to go. And now whether it was the weight of life and my dying family was crumbling on me, or the fact that I was having to take care of my mother's home while she took care of another home that couldn't take care of itself, it was just a big circle of all of us taking care of one another. Bottom line, I was not accepted. Now, it only took one time of me not being accepted until I found something better to do. I said, okay, I get it. I can't fight wars overseas. I can't do what I know I'd be good at doing. And I know I'd be good at that shit. Flying planes. I understand avionics. I understand aerospace. They would not have me. So after being declined once, I said, you know what? I'm going to focus on my family, whom I might not have by Christmas time. Every Christmas after that, I had one less family member to celebrate with. Because they would not stop dying. I started with my grandmother, and then my uncle, meaning my grandfather had to watch his one and only wife, and then his one and only son leave Earth before him. So needless to say, there were some responsibilities on the table. And once again, my mom, being the damn saint that she is, she stepped up in a huge way, said, I'm going to take care of my parents. So I told her, well, cool, I'll take care of you. So even while she was working, while I was working, I was taking care of her house. I was preparing her fucking meals just so she would have something to eat at work, so she would have one less thing to worry about. And just so you know, I don't live in an apartment. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. It's a big motherfucker to take care of. And I still wasn't able to do everything that I needed to do to take care of this house. I still fail. But who the hell would I be when I finally got my life together to look at my dying family and say, well, you know, you guys need me, but peace, bitches, I'm gonna go shoot people in the sky. After hearing that, does anybody else want to make jokes about me not going into the military? Even though Gravedigger didn't know that, he could have thought that far ahead, like, no, wait, I don't know shit about this kid, and that's my fault. I'm coming on a show that he runs, that he produces, that he engineers, and it's hosted by a guy that this kid calls uncle. Maybe I should do some homework on the show I'm about to go on to, huh? Maybe I should know that we're not Happy Tree Friend, you know, we're not in here watching Teletubbies. We're talking about sexual dynamics, we're talking about politics, we're talking about pop culture. These are 3 very polarizing topics. People are going to disagree. Now, if you have done nothing but disagree with everything I've said, and now we're on the 2nd show in a row where you've done nothing but just laugh and mock the shit that I say, yeah, I might call you fat. Especially if you're fucking fat. I deserve it. I deserve to make fun of people for poor decisions that they've made. Now, that can be put the other way around. People can most certainly make fun of me for the poor decisions I made. Like, hey, sorry, you didn't join the military 5 fucking years ago because you were a degenerate retard. And at that point, I'd say, you know what? You're right. Now, with that being said, Mr. ironic name by Mr. Gravedigger, my offer is still open. I live in Greenwood, South Carolina. I have a decent chunk of money. I will pay for your ticket. I'll put you up in a hotel. A nice one. A good one. A good hotel. Right in the center of town. And Greenwood's no small place, by the way. But I'll put you right in the center. I will accommodate you. You'll be treated like, I don't know, the guest of a show. As you always have been. That is, unless you want to chicken out a second time and just completely ignore my offer. But just so you know, it's there. It's there. Like I said, a lot of people want the clout, but as soon as you say, oh, really, you like fighting words? Well, I like fighting. What words have you now? Nothing. I don't have no words. Shit. Dang, yeah, I know. Goose baby. I don't know what goose baby means, man. It's probably you're probably being very endearing. I wouldn't know. Anyway, we got the drama and the clout out the way. My invitation still stands. And I still mean what you said. You're round, you're robund, you're a rotunda of circular shape. I can fly out to you, you can fly out to me, and that's actually an offer for anybody. Just as long as I get to bring a camera crew. Because nobody's going to be able to deny that. Oh, hold on, wait. Let's, go to the farmer. What you guys think about, Donald Trump wants about $230 million from the Department of Justice. For what? What the fuck is this? Tell if we're live or not. So I'm still in live mode. Reconnection successful. Okay, we're back. We're back. Shit. I don't know what happened. We got attacked. Maybe Gravedigger has ties to Mossad. So I'm all of a sudden losing internet. Got category 8 fiber optic. But I'm losing internet. Let's get back to it. It's important to note 47 hasn't filed any lawsuits against the DOJ and is apparently pursuing the complaints through an administrative claim process, which often come before actual lawsuits. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Before you actually proceed with court, you want to see if you can get a plea or a deal. That's why most cases don't end up going to court. Right now, Donald Trump is trying to prevent that. He's saying, look, I have been troubled and harassed by an inconsistent standard that you hold against people that are running for your presidency. And now that it's over with and I have won, I'm going to do the winner's dance. And the winner's dance is pay me some fucking money for being wrong, you pricks. But Sawyer, who said that they're wrong? Well, innocent until proven guilty, right? Russia collusion. Innocent until proven guilty. Y'all always bitching about due process. Until it's someone that y'all don't like. What's up with that? Man, it's a little funny. Trump's first claim was filed in late 2023 about the investigation into Russia's alleged election tampering back in 2016 before he took office. So he's actually been pursuing this for 2 years. He hasn't filed any lawsuits. Well, that's probably because he's a really nice guy. He's probably a really cool guy. Very generous president. Hey, some might even call him loyal. And royal. Not loyal, royal. So royal that he deserves a crown. I might believe that. I might want to see him run again in 28. New York Times says that the second complaint was filed last summer, and POTUS, the President of the United States, alleged that the Federal Bureau of Investigations violated his privacy when his Florida resort and club in Mar-a-Lago was searched in 2022. He accused the DOJ of malicious prosecution, and he was charged with mishandling sensitive records after he left office. Yeah, see, administrative claims are typically submitted to the DOJ to see if any settlements might be possible, but it could turn into a lawsuit if they can't reach a deal. Could. We are going to be going over this Thursday in great detail. So if you guys want to hear some clashing ideas about that, tune into the Winners podcast this Thursday night. Around 7:30. I don't know. Our times have varied so often. I just get told what I just do what I'm told when it comes to that show. So it'll either be 7 or 7:30. I cannot give you guys a definite time. But we will be discussing that. And then there's a lot of discussion about that $20 billion to Argentina. Oh my goodness, it's Dr. Evil money. You know what I could do with $20 billion? That's a lot of fucking pizza. That's a lot of pizza, guy. Anyway, if y'all caught that Gravedigger segment, y'all tell me what y'all think. Did I overreact? Should I have just kept my mouth shut? If someone talks shit about you, do you keep your mouth shut? Especially in Argentina. I know, Sam. It's like these people. Look, I spoke about Paperclip 2 days ago. I'm sure we have plenty of people in Argentina that we want to help out. Again, it's only been 80 years. Let's help them out again. You know, their grandchildren need it. I'm on nobody's side in that. That's fucking crazy. Let me give you guys a title. Show you what's playing. If you guys hear any music you like, you can find my email in the description. I do beat licensing. I also mix and master. Yeah. So if you like my fat beatsies, I will either sell you or make you a beat. Exclusive licensing, by the way. We're not going to do that inclusive shit. I'm not going to have 20 different people using my beat. No. I cook to flavor. And I make to order. We don't do that. Yeah, but Argentina, man. I'm sure we'll be discussing that on Thursday, too. All right, that's 1 hour of the show gone, people. What are we going to do? Oh, yeah, I lost internet. I hope nobody's waiting for me in StreamYard. If any of you guys actually wanted to get on the panel, I forgot. My shit crashed. I don't even know what the hell's going on anymore, man. I guess I need to get new Ethernet cable. Get another Cat 8. Category 8 Ethernet. Yeah, like I was saying, StreamYard link in the description. You want to talk about Argentina? You want to talk about that clip? You want to talk about the thing with the DOJ? Trump is going to sue the DOJ. I hope they don't come to a deal. I hope they don't. Because I know Trump will do something about it. And I kind of want to see that. Because a lot of people, I don't know. Maybe Trump is experiencing the same thing that I was experiencing. Or maybe I was experiencing in that clip the same thing that Trump has been experiencing for the past. I don't know. Ever since 2016. Y'all like to talk a lot of smack. So let's see what you'll actually do about it. I'd actually like to see something come of that. Anyway, I know the stream's been dying, y'all. I don't know. Man, I'm having Mossad attacks. All right, just want to put it on the record. I totally think nobody touched Jeffrey Epstein. I just want to make it clear. Hey. I'm not one of them. I'm one of them. No. All right. We're actually going to try to move into an open panel. So, this is what I'm going to do. I'm spamming the chat with the link. Because I done seen a few of y'all come in and out. But, bless me. So there's a link, y'all. Anybody got a burning desire, or if you disagree with what Trump's doing with the DOJ or Argentina, or if you disagree with me on that clip and you want to come tell me what I'm worth, why don't you do that? And I'm going to step away for a minute and use the washroom. Because saying washroom is freaking proper. You guys are going to have to find out if I wash my hands. It's a fucking mystery. If you're still in the chat and you don't want to come up, just put in the chat what we should do next. Because we're an hour and 12 minutes into the show, so we're not even halfway through it.
tournament of truly epic proportions. We are unique, gentlemen, in that we create ourselves through long years of rigorous training.
We're still going.
Sacrifice, denial, pain. We forge our bodies in the fire of our will.
I've been around the world in 7 days. From the UK over to LA, got my pounds up, pockets going up, away division. Got the piss and buckets always full of hella ice. Shit, I'm cooked to sell, bitch.
We're gonna do next.
I'm a pop before he comes. Come around my girl, I gotta be a shit day for the profit. Never mind about the family, a shot for less. Unquote from the gold, this the gold mouth. If you fuck with woman, Lord, get the white out. And I got a blueprint like a spy house. Give a fuck about your 2 cents. I just got 2 new accounts. I get checks and balance on the street. I'm known as the receipt, bitch. What you see? You ain't seen shit, bitch. Watch this. Don't blink, I don't miss.
How we doing, y'all? I think we're gonna make some beats. By the way, I found out these stream keeps disconnecting. Found out it's happening to the whole house. Now we have 0.6 gigabytes per second of microfiber. Or not microfiber, fiber optic. Shit. Fiber optic. We've never lost fiber optic before. But we just lost it 2 times in the past hour. We've never lost internet before. But we're fucking losing it today, aren't we? I actually got some positive feedback from the beats, so that's what we're gonna do. Guess we're gonna continue the beat that we were making last time. You guys better have sound. If you guys can't hear this, I'm gonna be pissed. Alright, I was gonna be pissed. Needless to say, anything that you guys hear that you like, you want to get a license for the beat, email me. My email is in the description. It is eecjproductions, eecjproductions at gmail.com. I'll get you right. need some high end in here. Oh, that's not what I wanted. We need some high end. And it needs to be a key. Boom. Boom. Ooh. Y'all hear that? Ooh. Just find the pocket, put it in the pocket. That's it. Yeah, that's about it. good enough for me. Don't sound bad at the beginning. We'll keep it there. Just gonna skip to the good part. The really good part. Yeah. Hope everyone's still doing well. This mighty fine Tuesday evening. We might go and fade someone else's panel. Never mind. It's not actually a panel. It's just people doing call-in shows. Basically what I'm doing. Except I'm gonna do more than just sit in front of a screen. I don't want you guys looking at me that long. To be honest, there is not much more we can do here with this beat. This shit is done. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna chat and play some thunder. War Thunder. Thunderin. Wait, what the fuck? Whoa. Oh, an update. Come on, man. Good thing I got ridiculously fast internet. Please. Hold on, man. Damn it. Play some music for me. Play some music. If you play War Thunder, which I doubt any of these viewers do, but on the off chance that you do, what vehicle do you want to see added next? I would personally like the F-18 Growler. America needs fast, small strike aircraft. And right now, they don't have that on this game.
I know you don't know, but you feel me. Don't know, you can't see to believe it. I've been fighting battles with them demons. Fuck you know about watching your family die one by one in your arms every year. Fuck you know about being the scariest one. You the motherfucker they fear. Fuck you know about having to drive and seeing nothing but blood in the mirror. Who the fuck knew I would take it this far? Think about buying a crib just to never visit it. Come to your state just to feel like the dealership. Just got a whip and it came with a pound and it started a spark and I get at a park. I don't need a new park cause I just got my seat. If it pay me advance in advance if you need a kid.
Come on, man. Come on.
You come around dripping. I hear you talk shit. Sit beneath me. Fuck you, you probably wanna be me. Kid never conceive that the kid could collide the rebel. Turn to a rebel, now can repel. They turn a reverend, I turn in a friend, and I'm back to my gun and I walk up. I just gotta say now something, know it's that time. Pull up in all black, even in the daytime. Talking about my clique, homie, that's a fine line. Don't get stepped on, I turn into fine wine. And I'm from the belt, so always drink his bamboo. Your girl probably got my name on a tattoo. Whole world better know my name. We're just not a product of the fame. Everybody playing in the game, and it's your move. Funny how harass clear when you got the high view. Funny how God talking back long as I move. I'd have been to hell and came back with his trap. I'd have shot the sheriff and I'm keeping his hat. I'd have paid the tariff, now I'm taking it back. Fuck you if you ain't in my trap, then you next. Oh, you talking pistol prop, you probably with police department. Look and drop when I pull up, you will believe you mean. Bitch, news to take a pint of lean, I'm over there and leave. Bitch, I'm like I see my mind, right? You playing with the demons. Think I'm running out of options, miss can see me, bitch. Legs dead, steady, rise slow, you cannot see me, bitch. About to go supersonic, almost cannot reach me. Walking in the presence while I'm speaking in my geeky. Walking like I don't give a fuck about the crazies. Your mama say she like me, your brother wanna be me. I'm gonna for the top of the steady trying to be me. For running for the team, I pledge my allegiance. For another motherfucker trying to make it's gonna be no meetings. It's gonna be no speaking, I'm gonna be on scene. The game look nice, but I'm playing mean. Fuck you, pay me, I'm playing for me.
See what we got going on the Thunder. Oh, how am I clicking on this and also not clicking on it? Let's see, where are all of our frames at, man? Do I have too much stuff going on? There's all the frames. Okay. Anyway, I was having yeah, fuck it. Let's see what y'all think about this. Maybe someone in the comment section can enlighten me, because I haven't been able to get a straight answer yet. I've been yeah, this take makes a lot of people mad. Tell me what y'all think. Due process doesn't mean that every crime is treated equally. Some due processes are different from others because they relate to crimes of differing severity. Severity. There's only one word in that, and one R in that word. It's equivalent to a force multiplier that acts as a preventative measure as much as it is an immediate measure. So, like, if you do this crime, we'll do this to you. But if you do that crime, we're going to do something else. If every crime is treated equally, then why do we give, you know, schmurderers and schmexual offenders harsher sentencing? But of course, this due process talk has to do with, well, actually, this is just someone saying that the tread on me flag should be replaced with a tread on me harder daddy government flag. They're saying if you believe that these people think that what's being done on the southern border is not a due process. That's not to mean that there are not horrible cases of people being mistreated. I'm sure there are. I know that there are. Plenty of that happening. Not just on the border, but I mean that's evident. There are extreme cases. And though they are extreme, they happen aplenty. But if we look at the proportion of these things that are not taken under due process, compared to the rest of the time, it's very few and far in between. Now, I'm someone that actually believes in our system. Not only will I tell you I believe in it, I'll tell you why. Because we have statistics on things. Things like court cases. Things that have even made it to court. You know, what's funny about this is people like due process, but what if it never makes it to the court? Those of you that think that due process ensures a trial, why do we offer plea deals before the trial then? Is it not due process if we offer a plea deal? And we say, look, we can skip all this nonsense if you just admit to what you did now. Especially when there's overwhelming evidences against someone. I know that if I commit a crime, and if I'm going to be going to jail for a long time or even worse to prison, Jesus. The last thing I want to do is blow even more of my money in a fucking court case. It's called part of due process. And when we give violent offenders worse punishments than people who stole a candy bar from the grocery store, it's called due process. It's the process of what is due. Now, when people take in debts, does everyone share the same debt? Like a what is it, a loan shark? Does a loan shark only ever loan out one sum of money? No. You can imagine if you own a loan shark $100, he's probably gonna want that $100 back. He'll probably badger you about it, because he's got bigger fish to fry. Did you guys know loan sharks have their due process too? Because if you just so happen to loan a loan shark something like, I don't know, $100,000, well, he's gonna inherit a method of our very own court system to try to deal with you. I'm just gonna say, look, before this gets ugly, before it turns into something that it doesn't need to turn into, why don't you just give me what you owe, admit that you didn't give me what you owe before, and then we'll go from there. You know that everyday Americans utilize a due process system? Mm-hmm. Except on the individualist level, the boundaries of due process is set by the individual. If you go around treating everyone the same, regardless of what they do, you're not going to make it very far in life. In fact, you'll find yourself upholding contradictory standards regularly. Let me turn my camera back on. Regularly find yourself upholding inconsistent standards. Complete illogic. Okay, my fucking camera is not zooming in again. Oh, great. I gotta fix my camera, because it doesn't want to follow me. Yes, come closer, children. Come closer. Let me tell you a tale. The tale of me heading directly under 15 people that want to see me shot. I am going the wrong way, aren't I? Shit. Oh no, we need to focus. We need to focus. Okay, then. I'm gonna go this way. We're gonna see if anybody's trying to sneak by. But maybe we can entice this German BF to come down here with me. It's my first match in the Spitfire, so I'm actually very excited to finally be able to turn. Yeah, I hear someone, but oh, okay, it's probably the AI. We're gonna go after this way. He's all alone. Oh, they're good. Well, me and this guy are thinking the same thing. Look at that. Oh, wait. Took care of that guy. This guy more than likely has a fire extinguisher, so we're gonna try to finish him off. Yep. Oh, he got me too. Look at that. That should say +2 at the bottom. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's more like it. Where's the... Oh, did he just die? Yeah, we got him. We got him, boys. Thunderin. No. No. I'm not going to pay for this game again. Thank you. I give you money once. Shame on me. I give you money twice. Shame on you for asking. For my money again. Again! Alright, I guess I need to actually pull up my tips, don't I? Just in case. Where? My noisy ass chair. Where? Hmm. Oh. Put this somewhere I can see it more. In case someone comes into the stream yard. This match we're gonna go all the way up. I still need to get some debates lined up. You know, maybe we'll do that at the end of this stream. Actually send out a couple messages to people that I still need to ask about it. Because there are indeed a couple people that I invited to do a debate. Still haven't messaged them about it. That's my fault. Turns out when you're trying to stream every other day, you lose almost half of your free time. Which I don't mind. Damn. Might also go over some debate prep. I'll show you guys my notes on how we prepare for debates. Because I do not just wait for that shit to happen. Normally, I'll write anywhere between 15 to 20,000 characters in notes. Lots and lots and lots of notes. And then I just read over those notes over and 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 over again, day in and day out, until it's debate day. I'm in an F2, right? Nope. Thunder. Oh, I should have my stats for nerds pulled up. Well, my connection speed is way above my actual bit rate. Well, geez Louise. Yes, come down here. Yes. Come down hither. Come hitherin. And I'm gonna my doggone face. Alright, I am sick and tired of this picture not touching the very bottom of the screen. There we go. I think it's not touching the left either. Well, I deserved that for not paying attention. And now the sharks will swarm me. Because I wasn't paying attention. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Yeah, I deserve that for not paying attention. I deserve that. Gonna go again. Again. As a matter of fact, going for 2 hours, I can go ahead and prepare my notes to show you guys. Now, the only thing I cannot do is tell you who the debate is with, because though I have been even though my challenge has been accepted, I want to show good faith. Anyway, debate is going to be on whether or not Trump is a fascist. And I am So excited to have this debate. So, just to show you guys something while this game loads in. Oh, hold on. Let me show you guys a few premises I have. So, the debate topic is going to be Trump is a fascist. I am going to be holding the negative stance because myself, along with other people with functioning brains, we know Trump is not a fascist. Hope my debate my debate opponent is watching this, because you're going to need these notes, buddy. I have seen your methods of argumentation, so please take this time to plan ahead. Trump is a fascist. I say he is not. Premise 1. Fascism is mainly an ultra-centralized regime under the militarization and advocacy of a natural social hierarchy under dictator rule. Now, those are not all of the tenets, but I'm quite sure that we can agree that those are the main tenets, yeah? It is mainly an ultra-centralized regime under the militarization and advocacy of a natural social hierarchy under dictator rule. And that is, of course, my own personal descriptor of it. Even though it might not be exact, it's pretty damn close. Premise 2. Trump's methods, practices, and consequential coming to presidency is antithetical to the merits of fascism. So even if he is a fascist, he's a very bad fascist. Because he was voted on and has conceded to the fact that he's not going to be running come next election. The keyword election. What do you know? He's not ceasing elections. Doesn't sound very dictatorship to me. He's a dictator who's willing to give up his power at the same term rate as everyone else before him? That sounds like a shitty dictator. Premise 3. Throughout his previous and current presidency, Donald Trump has begun and pushed forward top-down reform of United States government for the inherent decentralization of power returning to the citizens. He has continuously, that means he has continuously fought for the people to bring power back to the people. He has advocated and pushed for less income tax, for one. And two, he's ensuring, probably most importantly, and I'll just stick with the 1 and 2. 2, most importantly, he's kind of already said it, but regardless of what the government says, he wants the people to be able to choose what happens next. So, a fascist dictator who wants to centralize the government also wants the decisions of said government's future to be decentralized to the public. Okay. Well, let's just say that's the case. He's a fascist. 2, he's a horrible fascist. And 3, he is a Oh, that was me. Yeah, 1, he's a fascist. 2, he's a horrible fascist. 3, he's ensuring that the next president is not elected under a horrible method of fascism. Does it sound like a fascist to me? Also, throughout his previous and current presidency, he has demilitarized the United States in terms of activity and involvement. Everyone knows what that means, right? We've regularly had less military involvement. Continuously, whether we have gotten in new wars since he has come to presidency or not, though he may have been tricked by a couple of our quote-unquote allies, he certainly is making sure that that shit changes now, isn't he? From Ukraine to Israel. He's kind of pulling us back for the sake of us, yeah? I can't read the rest of my notes while I'm doing this. Oh, that guy's trying to escape. Throughout his previous and his current presidency, he has maintained and founded the constitutional republic standard of all men being created and living equal under God, whether he personally believes it or not. I'm going to be honest. I didn't vote for Trump. Not this election. I did in his very first. But I didn't in this one, because I'm strictly conservative. Even though I spoke about labels not meaning much to me. But all I mean by strictly conservative is I want the conservation of traditional Christian values throughout the nation. That's all I really care about. I'm a man living in the fear of God. And I think the world would be a better place if other people were the same way. Oh. But not only has he maintained the standard of all men being created equally and living equally, and it includes all citizens' equal right to vote. Like I said, he's not stopping an election. Dictators don't hold elections for their successors. Fascists don't hold elections at all, let alone for their successors. Isn't that kind of antithetical to fascism when you're saying, yeah, I'm a dictator, I'm a king. But anyway, when my normal term is up, seriously, who's going to take office after me? That sounds very fascist to me. Shit. Doesn't sound very fascist to me. So with the conclusion of these three premises, we can just see, after these three premises, the conclusion is that Trump is not a fascist. And what we get out of that is that the left, they like to make these category errors and these classification errors of, oh, this word sounds bad. I'm going to call this person this bad word because it makes them sound bad. Never mind what the actual word means. So when people call Trump a fascist, they're simply looking for a response because of how America has dealt with fascists in the past. Like social fascism. Like, I don't know, 1940s, European theater of war, the, 1940s ETW. We were fighting fascism. That was fascist. That was fascist as shit. We know what a fascist is because we have fought fascism. We were the leading charge against it. We know what it is. And when you call the left out on not knowing what the fuck they're talking about, they use things like red herrings. They try to distract you from the argument. Oh, you're just saying Trump's not a fascist because you want him to be your daddy. Well, one, dumbass, that's not the debate we're having, or is it? Is that the prompt? Does the prompt say Trump is my daddy? No. The prompt says Trump is a fascist. So that's what we're debating, dumbass. Jeez. The United States has always been, and will always be a constitutionally backed republic. We are so much so of a republic that if the general public deems one of its leaders as a quote-unquote fascist, if we really think that is someone, we can literally vote to kick that son of a bitch out of office. We live under such a... Oh, shit. You guys almost lost me for a second. We live under such fascism that we're allowed to vote out our leaders at behest of nothing more than the people's choice. Excuse me, that wasn't me laughing. I wasn't laughing. I was actually throwing up in my mouth. But you know, these people who would misuse these words so willingly, it's all in the name of but my feelings and my intersectionality. Because your life intersects with mine, you must go my way. I don't have to change my ways for you. You have to change your ways for me. Says who? Bitch. They do it in the name of liberty and empathy and love. But then they condemn you and castrate you for your beliefs in the name of their fucking empathy. Can you believe it? The absolute nerve of these dingoes. They want fascism. The left wants fascism. Whether there is fascism or not, the left wants it. Because in their story, the right, or Republicans, conservatives, hell, even libertarians, to the left, the right, including libertarians, are all the big evil dragon. We are the dragon, and they are the knight in shining armor. And no matter what they do, the end justifies the means to these people. They know that there's no fascism. They know better. Which makes them heretics. Because they know better. They're lying. They're not misled. They're lying. And these people lie about Trump regularly just to try to fit him under the category of dictator. Because they know the truth. They know that in 3 more years, they're going to get to vote Trump out. And there's nothing Trump can do about it. However, if they can paint the other side as fascist, that makes everything that they've said about Trump ever since 2016 and even slightly before, that means it's all justified. All the horrible things they said about him, the assassination attempts against him, all the things that they've said about Charlie Kirk and the successful assassination of Charlie Kirk, who is nothing more than a Christian nationalist. Nothing more. It justifies it all. They know there's no fascism. So what they have to do is they have to make people believe that they actually believe that there's fascism. Because even if they're wrong, well, we have to be justified. And that's why even on days when nobody seems to want to come up, nobody wants to back up the bullshit they say. From that to me going on other people's shows, I hand down the olive branch. I said, this is what you believe? Okay. Can you tell me why you believe that? Convince me. Here's the thing. I want my mind to be changed. You know what happens if I change my mind? I change my mind if it means I learned something valuable. For the past 3 years, all I've done is change. My lifestyle, my method of thinking, my methods of communication. I even change how much I conversate with people. Because I like to learn. And that only happened, I only started doing that because other people taught me better. So hell, if you actually have good reasoning for why I'm living in a fascist country, teach me something. I will become your greatest warrior, as I have for my people for years. That's why I fight so strongly in the name of God. That's why I aim to be an apologist under the Orthodox Church. Because I fought with God for years, and He convinced me, changed my mind, showed me truth, and gave me His epistemology behind why truth is truth. God Himself did that. So why wouldn't, if I'm willing to change my mind, if I'm willing to change my mind on the universe and what happens after the last day that I get to see this universe, I'm willing to change my mind on that. Why wouldn't I change my mind on earthly politics? Something so small in the grand scheme of things that I've had to contend with and have had no answers to, which is why I have changed in the way that I have. But the left, en masse, yeah, I'm talking to all of you. Like, and also the reason why I've become the person I've become lately and started standing up for what I stand up for is because other people held me responsible. They were like, dude, you're just gonna let this shit happen? How come y'all lefties, how come y'all don't hold each other accountable? If one person says a lie, you guys all just regurgitate it to back the person up and act like you like them. But if you actually like the people, wouldn't you want them to know better? And if they do know better, wouldn't you want them to act like it? The party of empathy and love. Yeah, we're empathetic because we understand where each other's coming from. That is such an overused fucking party of empathy. The party of empathy does not want your understanding. They don't give a shit if you understand or not. They just want you to get out of their way so they can do what they want to do. If it was about understanding, then they would be patient saints. Wouldn't it? If they really understood, if y'all are really so empathetic, how come y'all are empathetic to my reasoning of not understanding? You're only empathetic until I say, I don't agree with that. And all of a sudden, I need to burn in hell. Half of you lefties don't even believe in hell. But you guys will tell me to burn in hell just because I believe in it. And y'all are empathetic? Fuck you. Fight me. Do you want to fight? I don't just threaten old fat comedians. Threaten, even though I didn't threaten him. This isn't a threat. It's an invitation, an open invitation. I forgot how silly I'm getting ahead of myself. How can a question be a threat? So I'll ask again. You want to fight about it? I don't mean like a fist fight. I mean like a debate. You realize how many more people on the left graduate college? Well, if you're so smart, why don't you come teach little old dumb me about your cause? How come you're so smart until I ask you if I can display your IQ to the rest of the world? How come all of a sudden then a pussy gets your tongue? Pussy? Once again, they're not empathetic. If they were empathetic, they'd also be empathetic to why we don't agree with them. They're empathetic to the point of disagreement. And then they're no different than any other fascist that they're the fascists. They want centralization of ideas. They want centralization of beliefs. And they are willing to deperson, debank, and devoice you if you disagree. I've been called a fascist. And I'm a hell of a lot more authoritarian than the Protestant Christians. I think the lot of you lefties need to be put in cages. Not only for what you want to do to our young, but because of what you would see done to me for my difference of fucking opinion. Like Gravedigger. You like jokes? I like jokes too. Here's a joke. Oh, you want to talk about my personal life and do a personal attack on me? Fine, then let's fight. And when you run away from the fight, you're going to threaten my life? All of this started over a disagreement. Gravedigger is no different from the rest of you lefty fucks. All of you are the same. I deal with you every day. And don't let the viewer count on this video fool you. I deal with hundreds of you fucks a day, online, on social media. 50 notifications a minute. People are in my message requests daily, telling me that they are praying for my death and putting a hex on my family. Like, I don't have much family left for you to hex, dumbass. They don't want to see you come around. They don't want to see you change your mind. They want to see you shut the fuck up and bend at the knee and let them do what they want to do. So I say again, if that's you, then expect me to get in your face. And if you hold an insane belief, expect me to contend with that belief with my own belief system. Damn to you if I bring epistemic backing to my belief system that you don't have. I can tell you why I think what I think. I can tell you why I believe what I believe. But the left can't. And when they can't back up what they say, when they can't combat you on the spiritual battlefield that is the town square of debate online, they're going to turn you into Charlie Kirk. I like something that Sam Hyde said recently. He said, "This is you. Y'all remember the girl that got poked in the neck and stuff in that Charlotte, North Carolina train?" He said, "That's your sister. That's your mother." You know, remember Austin Metcalf, the boy who got poked at a football game or practice or whatever in a sideline tent? He was a high schooler. That's your brother. That's your son. And then he showed a people of all the people who actually offended these crimes. And he said, this is them, the left. Then he showed Charlie Kirk, the poor little girl that got stabbed, the poor little boy that got stabbed. He said, this is your mother, this is you. This is your father, this is your sister, this is your brother, this is your son, this is your daughter, this is your niece, your nephew, your cousin. And then he showed the offenders again and said, this is the left. They get mad when we call it war. I'm willing to call it what it is. It's a spiritual war. They get so mad. They get so mad when they call it the left. I mean, when we call it, when the right calls it a war. Because it is. You're killing us. Literally. Yeah, there's violence on both sides. But 90% of it comes from you guys. You guys, being the left, a tragedy will happen to someone that shares your belief system, and you will go ape shit insane in the streets, burning shit down, wishing hell and worse upon people in those streets, and you call it a protest. When our greatest, someone like, I don't know, Charlie Kirk, when our greatest is taken out, our greatest man, Charlie Kirk, when he is taken out in front of his daughter, his wife, how do we protest? The right protests not with picket fence signs, and torches and black masks. We hold vigils. We hold memorials. We remember the person in a way that is reminiscent of honor. Our greatest people on the ground. That's how we remember them. How does the left remember their people? I don't know. Let's look at all of the major politicians that the left has lost due to political violence. Just within the past few years. Let's just see. Oh, look, I forgot. I don't have to look that up because there aren't any. But there's not a spiritual war. Y'all are so willing to permanently silence people, but you won't. The party of empathy. Yeah. Charlie Kirk is you, people. Austin Metcalf is you. That poor Ukrainian girl, that's you. That's your sister. That's your daughter, cuz. Charlie Kirk is you. Specifically Charlie Kirk, because all he wanted to do was talk to people. All he wanted to do was hear your belief and how you got to that system. And he was permanently silenced for welcoming that kind of debate. But what does the left do? They accuse, they assert, they distract, and then they burn down your fucking store as they run away. How many riots have been done by the right just recently? Oh, January 6th. I said riots. Because I know someone's going to be like, January 6th was a riot. Show me the fucking riot. And I don't mean show me these doctored up pictures that have one large group of people photoshopped on top of another large group of people that makes it look like a larger group of fucking people. I'm sick of seeing those fucking doctored up images. Show me a riot on the right. For every riot that you show me on the right, I will show you 10 vigils that we've held. For every vigil that the left can point to that they've held, I can show you 10 riots that they've done. The left isn't doing riots, Sawyer. Those are Antifa provocateurs. Yeah. Antifa. Anti-fascist. Huh. So they stand against fascism. Who's the side that's always calling fascist? They're with y'all. Oh shit, look at that. Hold on. Yo, man, can you hear me? All right, y'all. We got someone in the StreamYard. So we're gonna chat. Oh. Let me well, I guess I needed to take myself off first. Hold on. I'm still in here on my phone. Anyway, if any of you, oh yeah, if any of you guys are familiar with another show on the channel called Checkmate, we have someone for you. Right now, I've got Mr. Hot Sauce. He's on the line.
Hey,
He
how's it
wanted to
going?
come
So am
visit.
I live right now?
Yeah, we're live right now. You're on screen, bro.
Oh, word, peace. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'd like to welcome everyone to the Sound Basement, and I really appreciate that intro. Just stopping by to say hello, uh, and give a heads up to the next episode, which will be dropping. The next episode of Checkmate will be dropping tomorrow, and it's a very special surprise. Kind of gauges with what's going on right now. So I can just say, let me say 2 words, um, 4 words: cash money, no limit. We'll leave it there.
Oh, sick. And I know you guys were you've been doing some videos about Boosie and Cash Money.
Well, so the thing is, Boosie Bootsy did a interview and he spoke on it years ago though.
Yeah.
It's just now that they're about to do the verses, so we're gonna do a special little show on that.
So maybe break down what he said for those that might not have seen that.
I can't remember what he said, to be honest with you, SA.
Okay.
I just know I know it's super viral on our channel, and it just
Yeah.
speaks on him acknowledging the fact that No Limit was large where he's from,
Y'all should
which is
go check that
Louisiana.
out because it is number one in our content over the past few weeks. So if you guys go to our
Oh yeah,
short form content, you will find Boosie talking about Cash Money up at the top of the list.
and No Limit, Cash Money, No Limit.
Yeah.
So there's a big verses coming up with those two, so everybody's kind of waiting for that. Also, I have some content that I'm going to be touching on towards the weekend, which involves Kenneth Supreme McGriff and the Bimmy situation, and I'm going to dive into some of that. Just for some of my American gangster friends and so forth.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
That's gonna be
So yeah,
awesome.
just wanted to stop by and say hello. You're doing a great job. Continue on, and I'm gonna go ahead and check out.
All right, man. Well, we appreciate you stopping by, man. It's always a pleasure. Always.
Likewise, brother. Likewise.
All right, man.
All
Well, you
right. Well,
have a
keep
good
up the
night.
good work. Yep.
Yes,
Sign
sir.
me off.
Thank you. All right. Have a good night, man.
Thanks. You too. Later.
That's awesome. It is always a pleasure talking to Hot Sauce, man. That's my guy. That's like my dad. Dude has done a lot for me. And in return, I do a lot for him. Quite the beneficial dynamic. Yeah, checkmate. Those of y'all that are going to be watching this, because we're probably actually going to wrap up around the 3-hour mark. But those of you that really like watching things on pop news concerning the music industry and just particularly music entertainment, y'all go check out Checkmate. Because that was the host of the show. That's the guy that you guys hear talking over it. I used to help a lot with those episodes, but there's not much that I can help with anymore. I mean, it's kind of it's become a self-sustaining thing, and God bless for it. It is an awesome show. And you guys seem to like it too, just like you guys seem to like the very last Winners podcast episode that went up. I appreciate the love for that. Because it is a lot of work. It's a lot of work doing these streams, especially when you're doing them at the level of like this, and then, you're going to play video games and do whatnot, make beats and whatnot. It is not an easy task. And you need more than a library desktop to do this stuff anymore. It has become quite the job. Anyway, man, if y'all just watch that, or if y'all watching this after the fact, give some love to Mr. Hot Sauce in the comments. He deserves it. Yes, he did not even have to stop by, but he did for you. And if you really love us, you'll contribute to the show. Once again, there are links in the description to support the show. If you want to do more than give your subscription, your like, and your viewing time, we accept very, very modest tips. For the most part, you can pretty much select whatever you want to give. You want to give $1, we'll take your $1. Actually, I think our minimum is $2. I think I set the minimum to $2. But everything that we get goes into the show. It goes into the network. On and off, I have done things like this for people for for actually more than half of my life. I've done engineering for people, whether it be sound or video. And I never once felt justified about taking payment for it. But this, we bring you the works. We bring you content because it's what we like to do. As you can see, we're going to do it anyway. We're going to do reviews like we did in the first 30 minutes of the show. We went and we did the Winners Podcast episode review. Showed you a clip from that show. I didn't do it because I was paid to. Mr. Hot Sauce, he does not bring you the latest in music news because he's paid to do it. Fitz, Mr. Fitzhugh Sergio Fevers Huff, of Funderful and Funtastic Fun. To my knowledge, he doesn't get paid to do his show. So why does he do it? Well, thank you for asking. We do it because we like to. We do it because we understand that entertainment is a wide variety term. And also, we're sick and tired of seeing people not being entertaining. So even if we can contribute only a little bit by putting our face up on a screen and chatting with anybody who will walk by, well, some of us feel obligated to do that. I know I do. I have received a lot from the general public of those that support StarMan Filmz, those that support Lore Music Group. I have received a lot of love, more hate than anything. But I've received a lot of love. So maybe this is just my one way of giving back to you guys. Even if I'm only doing it 15 viewers at a time. Or a few chatters at a time. And for that, yeah, I didn't ask for it before, so I'm going to ask for it after. Look, I've given you guys 2 hours and 43 minutes of entertainment upon countless hours of other shows. If you find that your like and subscription is not enough, give me your money. Send in a tip. I'll shout you out on stream. I'll read out your message. I'll answer your questions. Don't do it because I asked for it. Do it because of how much we give you. For how much we've given you for years. It's called a grift, baby. And here, we're pretty good at getting what we're owed. What were we talking about? What were we talking about before? Oh, yes. I know what we were talking about. I know what we were talking about. Okay, hold on. Democrat politicians. Oh yeah, there was one in Minnesota recently, wasn't there? There actually was one. This is just telling me every single politician. And a lot of them don't even have parties attached. You know what? I should actually see. Hold on. How do I do browser extensions? Oh, yeah. Here we go. Kirk. Yeah. We're just looking to see if list of assassinated American politicians. Now, no, Charlie Kirk certainly was not exactly a politician, but well, look at the he's at the very bottom of the web page. Yep, September 10th, 2025. A right-wing political activist. That's where the left gets their justification for saying that he deserved it. So he was right-wing, and then they call fascists right-winger. Let's just observe the ontology of these words that you use. Kirk was fatally shot in the neck while engaging with an audience member about mass shootings in the United States. The next day, 22-year-old Tyler James Robinson surrendered himself to the local sheriff. No, the fuck he didn't. His dad turned him in. His dad forced it. Well, I mean, I guess his dad forced him to turn himself in. So I guess, yeah, just... alleging the attack was politically motivated. Yeah, no shit. This is funny. The Trump administration called for a crackdown against what it called political extremism on the left, which was widely criticized by free speech advocates and legal experts as using the assassination as a pretext to silence political opposition. You don't fucking say. Really? So we could use the silencing of opposition to justify the silencing of opposition? No shit. No shit. I wonder what these free speech advocates and legal experts had to say about the ceasing of the free speech of Charlie Kirk. But if we go after these provocateurs, we're the ones that are against free speech. And we're the ones attempting to, we're the ones that are pretexting silencing political opposition. Dog. It's almost like they know exactly what to say. Because it's exactly what they do. This just goes to show that they don't know what they're doing. No, actually, that's a lie. I think they do know what they're doing. I think they're all heretics. No, not all of them. I dare not make a monolithic statement, but mostly heretics. They're silencing political opposition. Yes. Yes, we are. Just like you did to Charlie. It's bad if we do it. Lord forbid, though, we're never gonna put a sniper on the third phase of a campus rooftop. We won't do that to silence the opposition. But when we try to hold people morally and legally accountable, we're silencing opposition. I'm actually willing to call it what it is. I do want the opposition silenced. Because look at what they do. Look at what they do. Yes, I want these crazy nut jobs gone. Gone far, far away from here. I just got done showing you guys a clip of a lefty threatening to do the same. Well, I didn't just show you. First 30 minutes of the show, I showed you a clip of a lefty threatening to do the same fucking thing to me. And it all stemmed because I said, whoa, I disagree with you. I think you might be retarded. And I called him fat. But keep in mind, this is a comedian. You're supposed to have thick skin, buddy. I never told you I had thick skin. Well, excuse me for assuming that... excuse me for assuming that you were like most other comedians. That is a comedian that would not be able to handle a roast battle. And if you can't go back and forth with somebody roasting them, you're not a comedian, dude. Because that means you can take it, but, I mean, you can dish it out, but you can't take it. You're not a comedian, bro. You're a joke writer. You write jokes. Because you don't actually plan ahead to saying the joke and hearing a response. You're not a comedian, you're a joke writer. Well, these people, they're not political activists. These people who were going after... These people... It's just sickening. I don't know why I'm reading Reddit in front of you guys. Well, let's see who this person was in Minnesota. Since it's like one of the only, I've been able to find two relevant recent instances. Not even relevant, just two recent instances at all. On June 14th, 2025, Minnesota State Representative Melissa Hortman was assassinated in a shooting at her home in Brooklyn Park, Minnesota, United States. Hortman, the leader of the State House Democratic Caucus, was killed alongside her husband, Mark. Earlier that morning, State Senator John Hoffman and his wife, Yvette, were shot and seriously injured in their home in nearby Champlin, and hospitalized. Police responding to the attack of the Hoffmans checked on the Hortman's home, where a man fired at them. The shooter escaped, sparking the most extensive manhunt in Minnesota history. I bet. I bet. I bet it was a huge manhunt. And it should be. It should be. Left, right, center, or whatever. These people represent our country, whether you agree with them or not. It should be the largest manhunt every time it happens. And every time it happens after that, it should be bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. You want to know why? Because that's our due process, motherfucker. It's our incentive that if you're the next one, you're going to get so much worse treatment than those people because we're sick of this shit. What's wrong with that? People have such a problem with force multiplier that they don't understand that you multiply force so you no longer have to apply force. You don't multiply force because it's all you want to fucking do. You're trying to stop a problem, not continue it. When you continue a problem, it's probably because you're showing the other person the same shit they're showing you. No, you're supposed to one-up that shit. I've been punched in my face. Do you think I punched the other person back? No. I go for the groin. I'm gonna go. If I get jumped, I like if you're gonna build a square around me, and if we're actually gonna square up, that's a different story. It's a fair fight. And after that, I'll shake your hand because it's what I was taught to do. All right, our differences are set out of the way. Now shake my hand. We don't have to be friends after this, but we do have to shake hands because we're men, and men are expected to be men. So just because we fought, man up, shake my hand, regardless of if you beat my ass or if I beat yours, shake my hand. So that way we can, that's our way of telling each other it's over now. We don't have to go through this again. Our problems cease to exist after this day. That mentality is lost in translation. When something like this on the screen right here, when something like this happens to the right. Equal lefts, equal rights, except when it happens to the right. Equal rights for me, but not for thee. When your side gets shot up, we're not gonna act as if the vigil is an appropriate response. Even though that's grace beyond normal bounds. For a whole country to watch one of their favorite leaders get mercilessly assassinated in front of his own family. That is what we deem an appropriate response. Not only do we want the manhunt, but we're going to trust the due process of the system. Because even if the system fails, we have a fail-safe. It's called the People's Militia. That's why we have the right to bear arms. Because we're the military. Us. You and me. We are the people's military. We are the people's militia of the country. That's the justification that the right uses if the system fails. Have we ever had to use it? No. However, that is the only justification that the left uses when they are just slightly inconvenienced. They think guns should be taken away, but they also think that, oh, excuse me, pow-pows, can't say that. Oops. Sorry, YouTube. You should not have a means to defend yourself, and they should be allowed to take matters into their own hands. Does that sound like a trap to anybody else? I'm not even an ultra-political guy. I could give a shit what our next president calls himself. Democrat, Republican, liberal. I actually don't give a shit. You can call yourself whatever you want, bro. I'm going to look at your policy. And your policy doesn't even have to necessarily reflect your title. I don't care about titles. I don't know very many people that do. Other than the left cares about titles because they love calling people names without knowing what the fuck the title means. No, it's just nothing. Oh. It's just a whole bunch of nothing burger. Nothing burger political nonsense. Even what Kirk died over. He died over nothing burger political stuff. But he died over major Christian beliefs. His politics, his idea of policy, was informed by Christianity. Therefore, if you kill him for his if his religion enforces his policy and you get him for his policy, then that means that you got him for the things that his Christianity informs. So you got him for his Christianity. What happened to empathy? Freedom of religion, wow. He died over nothing burger politics. But what he died, he died for nothing burger politics, and he died for his entire Christian belief. Because his politics was informed by his religion. He didn't die because of what he wanted to see happen to the left. He died because of what he wanted of the reform that he wished for those that had turned their back to God. So the next time you see that someone say he was killed for being a far-right extremist, you correct that asshole. Whoever said it, I don't care if it's your damn mama that said it. Correct that bitch. He was killed because he was turning young men and women to the face of God. Someone come debate me on that shit. I'd love to see that. Y'all love talking on Facebook and shit. You know what? Fuck. Someone clip this shit. No, never mind. I'm gonna clip this shit. And I'm gonna put it out there. Y'all love to talk shit on Facebook. Act like you have the slightest clue. Hold on. I gotta piece this together. Hold on, no. Cut the clip. Cut the damn clip. We're starting over. Alright, hold on. Here we go. Alright. You lefties, y'all love to talk about what the right doing, what the right does, what the right do wrong, the right do this, the right do that, all what the right's fucking doing wrong. Well, you know what you can do to actually fix that? Give us a fucking prescription.
Tell us what we should do differently. You can't just destroy our worldview and then leave the empty void, because then that leads for a huge chance for us to go back. So, almighty, empathetic, and loving left, why don't you tell me what I've said wrong over the past? Charlie Kirk was killed for believing in God and turning people against God. Trump is not a fucking fascist. If you are threatened or advanced towards in any kind of physical manner, you respond two- or fourfold as a force multiplier to incentivize that asshole not to advance towards you again. Am I wrong? One of you lefties come up here and and here's the thing, don't just tell me I'm wrong, tell me why. Destroy my worldview and replace it with a better one. Don't just tell me I'm wrong. How unempathetic of you to create a void and then leave it there. This is why you start a joke, Gravedigger. This is why you start the joke with the fucking punchline. Because you don't want to leave an empty void. This is why when I debate someone, I destroy the worldview and immediately prescribe a solution. That is one, because two stances cannot exist in one mind. You cannot believe two things that are different at once in your mind. So what do? I destroy the one and immediately replace it with the other. No, secular humanism is not good, because everything good that secular humanists do, they borrow the ethic from Christianity. Therefore, fuck you and your secular humanism, and here's the prescription. Follow God. Do everything that you were doing before, but now do it in the name of God. There's your prescription. I have destroyed your worldview, and now I've replaced it with a prescription. But no, they just want to assert shit. They want to tell you what you are. They want to distract from the argument with red herrings. They want to fucking, you're a fucking fascist. You're a fucking fascist. Oh my God, the world is better without you. Charlie Kirk deserved it. Fucking fascist. Oh, God, I'm going crazy. I need to go to bed. We hit the 3-hour mark anyway. Yeah, and my bit rate's starting to go down, so we're hitting that 3-hour mark, and then the 6-hour mark, it'll take a huge hit. So our bit rate, since the bit rate's going down anyway, I guess I'll just end it off. Look, I am going to play some music, and then we're going to close this thing out. Goodness. I just want a little bit of transparency, you know? Tell me why I should think differently. Don't tell me to think differently. Tell me why. And if you can tell me why, then you can debate me on it. Pussy. Please. Shit. I'll be right back. I'm stepping to the washroom.
Well, everyone, I'm so glad that we were able to do this. I'm glad that I have a platform that, regardless of how large or small the audience is, I have the freedom that is allotted to me, and I take advantage of it. Thank you all, those of you that turned in. Thank you, Sean, Mr. Hot Sauce, for coming in to speak. Thank you, Sam and AJ, hanging out in the comments. Thank you. The people who said nothing, the people who did nothing, the people that are here. You're needed. You are appreciated. Don't become another statistic just because you have a belief system that you're willing to do something about, do something for. My name is Sawyer. This is Soundbasement on StarMan Filmz Global. I want to wish you all a wonderful night, a wonderful week. We will be coming back day after tomorrow, Thursday night, with the Winners Podcast in between 7 and 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have wonderful guests. I don't think that Nick will be there this week. He is going to be doing some performing of his own. Anyway, we look forward to seeing you guys on Thursday night. It'll be the next time that you see us. Make sure that you leave a like on this video. Let me know your favorite part or your least favorite part in the comments. I will respond to all of your comments. Made after the video, not the live feed, the under the video comments. Hope you guys had a wonderful stream. Hope you guys have a wonderful night. And from myself and everyone at StarMan Filmz Global, it was wonderful seeing you. Have a blessed night.